What is happening, gamers? This is Bradley here. Welcome to another video review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the recently released 3DS eShop sequel, Mario & Donkey Kong Minis on the Move. The minis are back and wound up like never before in Mario & Donkey Kong Minis on the Move. Right off the bat, the gameplay is different from past entries in the series. Basically, your objective is to guide a mini or minis from point A to point B, placing tiles on the game board that will guide the minis in different directions, which might just remind you of games like Pipe Mania. Now on each level there are 3 coins for you to collect, and if you want to perfect that level, you better collect them all. Now, just placing tiles would be boring, so to help spice things up and create some variety, the game throws in multiple different obstacles that you have to deal with. There are launch pads, rotatable tiles, shy guys that can only be defeated with a hammer, pits of spiky doom, and more. Now, to give you different variations of gameplay based on this tile placing premise, the game is broken up into 4 different game modes. The first, and the one I was most fond of, is called Mario's Main Event, and you must maneuver one toy mini while you are constrained by a timer and a non-stop pile of tiles that continue to build up. If you don't finish in time or your selection of tiles becomes too many, say hello to Mr. Game Over. Now the second mode, Puzzle Palace, gives you a limited preset selection of tiles, and you have to make sure they are put in the correct spots for the mini to make it to the end. In the third mode, Mini Mayhem, you maneuver multiple minis at the same time, and it calls for you to only move tiles that are already placed on the board. So be ready for some multitasking as you carry these little guys to the end goal. Finally, the most difficult mode, Giant Jungle, tasks you with scavenging around a giant map, collecting 10 stars, and then reaching the end goal. These are definitely tough since you are constrained by that nefarious timer, so you better find ways to increase the number on that clock. This mode is so tough that there are only 3 of these levels, and I haven't even finished the first one. There really isn't much to complain about concerning these game modes. Sure, you might like some modes more than the others, but all the game modes are pretty good, even though they are slight variations of each other to give you a taste of something different. Now, to give you a break from the puzzles though, the game also includes 4 different minigames, but they will grow boring rather quickly and they don't really stick. I just found myself staying with the main game as I found that to be more enjoyable. The graphics are colorful and vibrant, and the 3D effect adds a nice sense of depth to the world, even though you won't be looking at the top screen most of the time. They could have added in some different backgrounds for the game boards because each game mode reuses the same background in each level, but it wasn't that big of a deal. Musically, it's pretty good as well. You'll notice some tunes from existing Mario games like Super Mario 64, and I think there was even one from Super Mario Bros. 2. Plus, the music tracks are not too noisy or jarring to cause you to lose your concentration. Now, I'm not the biggest puzzle game buff because sometimes they're just not fun or the puzzles get too convoluted. But Minis on the Move is different though, and it is fantastic. The puzzles are actually manageable and I wanted to play them. All in all, it is a phenomenal puzzle game. For $10, it is a good deal. There are over 180 puzzles to complete with even a level editor for people to get their creative juices flowing and make some brain busters for people to try out online. So, thegamingpixelshow.com is awarding Mario & Donkey Kong Minis on the Move a 9 out of 10. So that will wrap up yet another video review. If you like what you saw, please give it a thumbs up. You can also stay tuned for more video reviews like this in the future, along with my craziest Nintendo stuff this week video series and my news segments. But I'll talk to you later in the next video, guys. Bye!